Hadrian's Wall. The game about a wall. Made by Hadrian. Next.
What's going on, my friends? Today we're going to take a look at Hadrian's Wall, published by Garphill Games. You know, someone once said that Hadrian's Wall was a game about a wall built by Hadrian.
Why can't you just say Redfurd said that?
Oh no.
What?
What are you doing here?
Well, I live here.
Yeah, but we're doing a review for Hadrian's Wall.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be a long one.
Well, anyway, I didn't say Redford said that because, no one's going to know who Redford is.
Yeah, everyone knows who I am. I'm 50% of the channel.
Oh, you're 50% of the channel?
Yeah, I'm bored. Your dad.
Okay. All right. So what do you say we do this?
Okay, fine.
All right. This is Hadrian's Wall. All right, so let's take a look at Hadrian's Wall.
You already said that.
I know, but we kind of have to go through this. I have to say that Hadrian's Wall is published by Garphill Games, is designed by Bobby Hill. It plays 1 to 6 players in about 60 minutes, stuff like that.
Oh, okay then.
Is this your first rodeo?
Well, I've never been to a rodeo and I don't see any bulls here, so.
I mean, is this your first review?
No, Overboss, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We did do Overboss.
You see?
Yeah.
Part of this.
Yeah, you are part of this. I also have to say that Garphill Games sent us this copy for review, so thanks a lot for that. I'm going to talk about Hadrian's Wall, what it is, how it plays a little bit, and then I'll tell you what I think. This game is based on an actual historical event. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So what do you think Hadrian's Wall is?
A wall made by Hadrian.
Yeah, I think you said that before. But Hadrian's Wall is an actual wall built by the Romans back in 122 AD. Do you know what AD means?
No, I don't. Isn't that a singer? Sounds like a rap artist or something.
Oh man, we're gonna have a tough time getting through this review, but
Yeah, I know, because you can't get it. This is like our 5th take.
No, it's not. It's our first take.
Oh,
I mean, we have to say it's our first take.
we do?
Well,
Is this like contract? Legally signed it?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Hadrian's Wall is based on an actual event, and in the game, you're going to be basically building Hadrian's Wall, while at the same time, you're going to be building a little bit of your city and entertainment. And well, there's a lot going on. The first thing I should say about Hadrian's Wall is that this is a flip and write.
Whoa. Hey, this is a family channel. Keep it clean, man.
I mean flip, like, there's cards and you flip them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot cards existed. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
So when you first look at this, it's probably going to look really intimidating. But
Really? I didn't think flipping cards was that hard.
No, I mean, look at the game.
I'm looking at it.
You see all these options?
I see a bunch of squares.
Yeah, there is a bunch of squares.
What's so scary?
So at first glance, you look at this game and you think there's just so much to it. But you're going to see that it's not so hard to play. So Redford, what do you say we give a little overview of the game before we give our thoughts?
I mean, sure, Chief, you're the boss.
All right, remember that.
Actually, forget what I said.
All right, so let's go over a little bit of the game. Here on the table, we have the setup basically for Hadrian's Wall. And if you're going to play with multiple players, everybody's going to have a setup exactly like this. So the game comes with these two massive pads.
That's
You
a
see
lot
this?
of paper.
There is a lot of paper, yeah. So normally in a roll and write or a flip and write, you'll have one pad. This one has two pads, and we'll explain why. So you're going to set up the two sheets like this. On the left side, you're going to have the sheet that has the mining stuff, the wall, the sippy, the fort. Do you know what a sippy is?
That's what babies used to drink, no? Sippy cups? Or isn't that like a peanut butter brown?
Yeah, okay. So you're going to learn some of this terminology too. That's the cool thing about Hadrian's Wall is you not only play the game, but you learn a little bit about the actual historical event, and you're going to love saying sippy all the time.
Sippy, 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 sippy. That should be a song.
Yeah, right. Over here you also have some buildings that you can build, and then over here you have the tracks that you're going to be scoring points on and advancing throughout the game. There's renown, piety, valor, and discipline.
I want piety. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it's what you think it is.
Well, I mean, piety.
Yeah, no.
What?
No. Have you ever seen The Princess Bride?
The what?
Never mind.
Choose one name, princess or bride.
You know, you keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Well, let's do a rhyming game.
Okay, no rhyming.
Why?
No rhyming.
Do you mean it?
I do mean it. Yeah.
Do you want a peanut?
No, so you have seen The Princess Bride.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, fine. All right, so on the left side we have that sheet, and on the right side we have the sheet that's basically the city. So here you're going to be dealing with the citizens, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 citizen tracks. There's other things like the theater and even some gladiators, the baths, the courthouse.
I wonder if the theater shows the movie Gladiator.
That would be something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean, didn't they have theaters back in like the 1700s?
Yeah, but it's not that kind of theater.
Well, isn't this take place in the 1700s?
No, it's not the 1700s. It's actually the 100s.
What?
Yeah. You know, it's kind of rude not to look at the camera when you talk.
Well, okay, watch. Hey, you bored, Dad? Let's play a game while I look at the audience. Let me stare at the audience as I address you, and not them.
So this is your first rodeo.
I mean, bring some bulls in, and sure.
Well, you know, you are red. I don't think you want some bulls in here.
Well, why not? I'm tough. I'll take 'em on. Put up your dukes, bull.
Okay, all right. Let's go on with it. So in this game, everybody's going to pretty much play at the same time.
So, wait. Are they all building Hadrian's Wall?
Yes, they're all building Hadrian's Wall. So
Or
if
is
you have,
this like alternate universe stuff?
No. So if you're playing 3 or 4 players, everybody's going to do the same thing at the same time.
But then that means it's not Hadrian's Wall.
It is Hadrian's Wall.
That means it's Bored Dad's Wall.
Well, I'm playing it, but it is. We're building Hadrian's Wall. You know, you're distracting me.
I'm just spitting straight facts.
So Redfurd, can I ask you for a favor?
Okay.
Can you give me just a few minutes so that I can explain how the game works, and just look at the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Can you just stay quiet? You know, can you do that? All right, so now that we have a few minutes of peace, let's go ahead and go over how the game works. If you want a full rules explanation of the game, I'm going to link the Meeple University video down below. They do a fantastic job of explaining the rules. And I'm also going to link 2 playthrough videos down below. One of them is my daughter Sydney. She's 10 years old. She played this game solo. And also the other video I'm going to link is 2 Sheep, 1 Wheat. She also did a solo playthrough. So watch them both. Let's see who scores the most. So here we have the game all set up. If you're going to play multiplayer, everybody's going to have basically the same setup. If you're playing solo, it looks exactly the same too. The only difference is you're also going to have another stack of cards laid out two colors. So like that and like that. I don't have all the cards here, but we won't go over the solo modes. You can watch the playthrough videos. They explain how to do it. But essentially, this is what the game is going to look like all set up. So here we have the 2 sheets that we explained. And across the top here, we have the board. And like I said, it's divided into 6 sections representing 6 years or 6 rounds of the game. Every round is going to start exactly the same. And before I explain how the round starts, let me just go over the different colored meeples or workers. We have the purple meeple, which represents servants. The blues represent builders. The yellow represent citizens. And the black are soldiers. And then, of course, we have the resources for the wall itself. At the beginning of each round or each year, you're going to draw one of these fate cards, and all you're worried about is what's on the bottom. So for example, here, the bottom of the card says that for this year, you're going to start off with one black worker, which is a soldier, one blue, which is a builder, three purples, which are servants, two citizens, which are yellow, and then one resource. And that's it. Then you discard that card. And then you're going to draw two cards from your player deck over here. And you're going to choose one to be a path card, which is an objective card that you're going to try to fulfill throughout the game. So you're going to look here at the top. For example, this one says fighter, completed cohorts. This one says aristocrat, final disdain. You're going to choose one of those to be your path card, and you're going to place it up here underneath the first year on the board, and the other one you're going to place over here somewhere near you, and you're going to get the resources that are printed at the bottom of the card. So here you're going to get an additional builder and an additional citizen. The rest of the card gives you certain things to do throughout the game. So that's how the years start. Every year starts the same way. You got that? Oh, I forgot. You have a pact of silence, right? Where are you going? Redfurd.
Ah, sorry, I lost my key. I couldn't find it.
Okay, very good. Can you seal it back up again?
Are you kidding me?
Just one more, just a little bit more.
Keep finding.
All right, thanks, man. Can you do this? Like this? No? Now, once you have all your resources, you can start. So this game, you're pretty much going to spend resources to cross off boxes on your sheets. If you've ever played, what's that game? Gong Shong Clever? I think I'm pronouncing that right. Where you mark off a box here and it triggers a box over there, and then it triggers another chain reaction here, and eventually you're marking off, you're comboing all these things together. It's a pretty good game. I recommend it. Do you recommend it? One of the things you're definitely going to want to do is obviously build a wall. I mean, this is Hadrian's wall after all, right? But you're also going to want to protect the wall by fortifying your cohorts here, which is your first line of defense. In order to do that, in order to cross off these white boxes, you're going to have to pay either workers or resources. And the cost to cross off, for example, this top part here is printed here on the left side. So to build up your mining and foresting, you'll need to pay a purple worker, and then you can cross off that first box. So let's say we did that. Let's say we spent that purple worker, and then we cross off that box. And then we just keep going, and everybody is doing the same thing around the table. Let's say I wanted to spend another purple worker to cross off this box. Now, if you notice, this box has a little hammer, and it has a resource. So when I cross off that box, I gain another resource. And then, and this is where stuff starts comboing or chaining. Then I can cross off over here where we have the little hammer symbol. I can bubble in this other circle. And now what that means is every year I produce another resource. So you actually have one circle bubbled in at the beginning of the game, so I should have grabbed an extra resource at first. But now, starting the next year, every time I gain resources by drawing this card, I can add 2 resources because now I'm producing 2. And the game keeps going like that. You're going to pay resources, you're going to mark off boxes, some of those boxes trigger other boxes, and then you come over here, you do the same thing for the city. There's many tracks that you can advance on, and depending on how advanced you are on certain tracks, then that triggers other abilities. For example, here we have the traders. So if I wanted to bump up my trader track here, I would have to pay a citizen. So I would pay this citizen, and then I could mark off this box. And if you notice, that box has a purple worker or a servant. So once I cross it off, I gain the servant. If I wanted to keep going, I would have to pay another yellow worker, cross off the second box. That box doesn't give me anything, but I'm progressing on the track. If I wanted to keep going, now I'd have to pay another yellow worker, and I could cross this one off. And by crossing this one off, I gain a blue builder. Now something else happens when I do that. If you notice down here, there's a series of numbers, and this says number 3 and it's blue. Now that means that over here, when I go to this section of the sheet, if you notice, there's these little banners, the same color as the banners down here with numbers in it. And one of them says 3. So now since I've reached 3 on this track, that means I've unlocked this other ability. So now I can pay a purple worker and a yellow worker and cross this box off. And when I cross this box off, then I can go over here and mark off the one box on the piety track, which is that symbol. So I can do that. Then I can also mark off or bubble in another circle here in my resource production, and I get 1 resource right away. And then I can just cross this off. Now this gives me more stuff, but I have to be on number 6 of the traders track in order to unlock that. And the same applies for the rest of the tracks. The performers unlock stuff here in the theater and the gladiator. The priests unlock stuff in the gardens and the temples, and so on and so forth. So you keep doing that until you either run out of resources to spend or you decide to stop. So let's say I didn't have any more resources to spend. My year is done. Everybody else is done. So now you're going to look at this board, and depending on the difficulty level you're playing, you can play on easy, medium, or hard. And that's indicated by these green, yellow, and red flags. Green is easy, yellow is medium, red. Hey, there's red. Yeah, remember, we made a pact. Okay. And red is hard. So depending on that, you're going to reveal a number of these picked cards. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Picked. Picked? Fate. It's fate cards. But they represent the invading picked army. So what you're going to do is, depending again on the difficulty, you're going to reveal the number of cards printed on the difficulty banner. In the first year, it's 1 card across the board. So you're going to reveal 1 card, and you're going to look up here to see what side the army is going to be invading. There's the left side, the center, and then the right. So in this case, the invaders are going to attack the center. So you're going to want to have checked off at least one of these boxes here in the center. And again, you had to have done this throughout the year. If you have that box checked off and you're being attacked in the center only once, then you're good. You're not going to lose anything. But if you're not protected, then bad stuff happens. Let's just leave it there. And you can look at the rules video and it'll explain more exactly what happens in detail. After that, then you discard this card and you start a whole new round. Again, you draw another path card, you gain the resources, you draw 2 more of your from your player deck here, you choose a path, you slide it up here, you get the bonus resources again from the prospect card you put down here, and you keep doing that, rinse and repeat every year until you get to the 6th year. At the end of the 6th year, then everybody's going to total up their points based on how far they've gotten on these tracks. They're going to subtract negative points acquired throughout the game. They're also going to add the bonus points from these different path cards that are up here. And guess what? Now you can talk. Highest score? Where are you going?
Wins.
Yes. Where'd you go?
I dropped my key again.
Oh, you dropped your key. Highest score wins. So that's Hadrian's Wall. in a nutshell.
No. Peanuts are in a nutshell.
Welcome back, Redfurd.
Oh. I don't know where I went, but okay.
Okay, it's good to have you back. All right, so let's talk about what I think about Hadrian's Wall, because this essentially is a review, right? So let's get to it.
Okay.
Let me give you a little backstory on my experience with Hadrian's Wall.
No more stories, please.
No, this will be a short one. As you probably know, I'm a huge Garphill Games fan. So when...
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Stop it.
I can't stop it. I got to keep going with the story.
Okay, then.
So I have pretty much every Garphill game. At the point Hadrian's Wall came out, you know, I had the North Sea trilogy. I had the Raiders of the North Sea big box. I had the West Kingdom trilogy.
Boy, that's a hoarder if I've ever seen one.
So when Hadrian's Wall came out and I saw it, I wasn't too thrilled. I thought, man, this game looks kind of complicated. Plus, it's a flip and right. So I don't know. It just didn't catch my attention. Fast forward to when I started creating a little more content.
And I existed?
Yes, and you existed. So I contacted Garphill Games and I said, hey, you know, I'd love to review some of your games. And Shem Phillips got back to me.
Shem Phillips?
Yeah, Shem Phillips.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, gosh. And he said, sure, I'll send you Hadrian's Wall.
Wait, hold on. How did the wall fit in the mail?
The game Hadrian's Wall.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, great.
You know, I was so happy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was excited. The game was just released. They were sending it over for review. Fantastic. But I was kind of prepping myself for an intimidating, difficult game. So I received the game. I open the box, I read the rules.
Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious.
What's kind of obvious?
Well, you had to open the box to read the rules. It's a no-brainer.
Okay, yeah. Well, you do kind of have to open the box. What if it's a PDF?
Well, then you don't have to open the box.
Ah.
But you just said you had to open the box.
I do. Okay, whatever. So I read the rules, and the rules are typical Garphill Games rulebook. It just makes sense. It explains everything. Yeah, it's incredible. It explains everything clearly. So much so that when I started playing the game, everything just clicked.
It did? I don't think paper's supposed to click.
Well, like a remote control, it just clicked.
I didn't know paper had buttons. Where's the button?
It means everything made sense.
Oh, I get. Oh, that click. Yeah,
right,
I get it now.
Right. And sure, I had to refer to the rules a few times here and there, but it wasn't as intimidating as I thought, and I fell in love with the game. So spoiler alert, I love Hadrian's Wall. But let's talk about a few things specifically that I enjoyed about the game. What do you say we do that?
Okay.
All right. So starting with the artwork. So yeah, the artwork in this game is fantastic, starting from the box art to the artwork on the cards themselves, on the sheets. If you look at the sheets, it's tiny, but you could see a lot of detail in here. Activity that's going on in the wall, the activity that's going on in the city.
It's Raiders of the North Sea in 4K.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, okay then. 1080p.
Okay, 1080p maybe, yeah. So the artwork is really nice. It does kind of suck you in to that world.
It's kind of scary.
It's a metaphor.
Oh.
Is that what it is, a metaphor?
Well, I don't know. This is a plastic floor, not metal.
All right, let's move on to the gameplay itself. How does the game play? The game plays smooth like butter.
You did not just do that.
Oh man, I knew you were going to catch that.
You did not just do that. I love butter. It's so good, especially when you just rub it on that bread.
You haven't heard the song?
Who would make a song about butter?
I don't know, maybe some very successful Korean band, or is it a band, or a very popular group has a song called Smooth Like Butter.
What?
So the gameplay is great. Again, the rules are explained nice and clear. I do wish there was a like a reference sheet, because I did find myself flipping through the rule book a number of times. So a reference card would have been nice, or at least on the back of the rule book there is an explanation as to what the icons do. But maybe a a turn structure would have been nice, just to, reference that, because at the beginning I was getting a little confused. So do we draw the cards from our player deck first, or do we draw the cards from the fate deck first? And a couple times I got those mixed up. You can understand that, right?
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I speak English.
No, I mean, not understand, like comprehend what I'm saying. Understand the benefit of having a reference card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay, remember
Redfurd
remember
card.
to look at them. Look at them.
Okay, sorry.
I mean,
Yeah, it's good to have a Redfurd card.
not a Redford card, a reference card.
Oh, well, yeah, it's good to have that too, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So the gameplay I have no problem with. I really like how you can combo so many things, meaning that you can pay a resource, for example, to check off a box here, and then that gives you another type of worker that you can spend over there and mark off that other box, and then that gives you a resource that then you can use somewhere else, and then you're scoring points, and all of a sudden, if you play your cards right.
Do you mean that metaphorically or?
A metal floor?
Yeah?
You mean a metaphor?
Whatever.
Yeah, I guess it is like a metaphor.
Sure.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah, that's right. So that's really cool. If you play your cards right, you can chain off a pretty long combo. And as the game progresses, you're going to be producing more and more things. It comes to a point where near the end of the game, you're going to be producing a lot of workers and a lot of resources. And it looks like your turn is going to end, but you continue to produce things and you continue to check off boxes. And it's a really good feeling when you're able to get to that point. Let's talk about ease of play. Does this game look easy?
Well, you said it yourself. It looks intimidating.
Well, it is intimidating, but it really is not that difficult. And again, look at my 10-year-old daughter play the solo, and you tell me if it's a difficult game or not. It's really simple at its core. You pay a resource, and it's printed right here on the sheets what you pay, and you gain something. And then you just do that the entire game. Simple, right?
Yeah.
So I have to say that this game is pretty easy to play. It does take a little bit of effort up front to, read the rulebook, but if you've read a Garphill Games rulebook, you'll get through it pretty quickly. And if you've played other similar games like Gongshang Clever, then this game's just going to click. Everything's just going to make sense.
Ah, that's so clever.
It is. Now let's touch on replayability.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know. I thought maybe you were going to say something.
What do you mean? You're the reviewer.
Yes. Okay, fine.
I'm just the comic relief. Don't touch me.
Okay, fine. It's not in your contract?
Well, I don't even have a contract, let alone a paycheck.
Yeah, you don't. Replayability is...
Repeatable, replayable.
Yes, it is. But it's very high in this game because you have so many options. You have so many paths to follow. You could focus on, for example, the traders and the performers in one game. And then if that doesn't work out, you can come back and then focus on, building...
Pyology.
What?
Pyology.
What? Piety.
Oh.
I think that's what you mean.
Sure, whatever.
Okay. You could focus more on the cohorts or on building buildings. So there's different combinations you can try in every single game, and every single game is going to be different too, because you're going to be different. You're going to be drawing a different sequence in your player deck, and also all these fate cards.
Ah, sequence. I love that game.
Oh boy.
What?
Next thing you're going to say is you like Monopoly.
Why not?
Oh boy.
Just kidding. I didn't mean to offend you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Stop!
Okay, sorry. And finally, how easy is this game for a newbie?
What's a newbie?
Like someone who hasn't played many board games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'd say give it a shot. I mean, again, everything is printed on the sheets.
But no tequila.
Not that kind of shot.
Oh.
Give them an opportunity. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's not that difficult because, again, everything is printed on the sheets. So give it a try with a non-gamer. It might take a little convincing to actually bring it out.
Or a lot.
Or a lot. But I think once they try it, it's going to be a lot of fun. And that brings us to the end of this review.
Wow, already. It only took us 50 takes.
No, this is still our first take. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah. Can you wink? Can you go?
Do you see eyelids? Look back here. Do you see anything?
No, I guess you can't wink. Hey, you want to do a staring contest?
Sure, I've never blinked in my entire life.
Okay, so maybe we don't want to do a staring contest. You want to do a staring contest with them?
Okay.
Go.
Let me just prepare. Ah, dang it, I blinked.
So that will bring this review to a close. If you haven't guessed by now, we really enjoyed Hadrian's Wall.
If you haven't guessed, you haven't watched the video.
Right? So we highly recommend it. I want to say thanks to Redfurd.
Of course you do.
For being a part of this review. Maybe it was a little chaotic at parts, but what do you expect when you have to share some screen time with this?
Hey, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't have this comedian on your side.
Yes.
Just kidding.
You let me touch you.
No, sorry, I forgot.
All right.
Because I'm a little numb up there.
Yes. All right, so if you enjoy this content, Redford, why don't you tell them what to do?
Hit that red subscribe button.
And?
I don't know.
Well, there's a like button too.
There is?
And there's a notification bell.
Oh, yeah.
You know what the bell does?
Rings.
It rings, yes. It lets you know when we upload new content. Also, let me know if you want to see Redford in more of these reviews. I
hope you do.
The only other one we did with Redford was the Overboss review. So if you haven't seen that, I'm going to link it up here so you can check it out.
I like that guy's feather hat.
Yeah, what, this guy?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's...
Why does everyone think I'm fooling myself?
Oh, wow, I don't know. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. All right, Redford.
I was going to say on, but then I remembered I'd get scolded. You want to know why I'm numb up there?
Why?
Because I got bonked on the head.